Hello, fifth grade parents. Kim Staples here, middle school principal. I'm excited about the upcoming transition to middle school, and just wanted to let you know that as I visit your fifth graders, one of the things that I told them that they would get to do is to participate in the virtual middle school and high school chapel with us next week. And so one of them asked if they could also do middle school and high school honors dress code. So we are including a copy of that dress code in your to students newsletter this week. And your child does have the option to come to school next Thursday in their uniform, or if they would like to do the middle school honors dress code, we will certainly encourage them to do so. Now, I know if you've been doing church virtually that perhaps the last time your child tried on those dress shoes that they may have grown a lot. So I don't want you to go to a ton of expense because you still have a summer of growing ahead of you. And so I know that you'll have to purchase probably more honors dress codes for next year. And so again, simply that's an option. If your child does have the dress code available and they wish to do middle school honors dress code next Thursday, they have the option of that or their elementary uniform. So we look forward to you tuning in with us for that. Another thing I want to encourage you to do is to participate in our virtual parent night that's coming up. It is on the subject of smartphone addiction. And so I know talking about smartphone addiction can be disheartening. You know, we turn our phones on when we don't want to. We spend much more time on them than we would like. And we know that our children and teens are growing up in a frightening world of rapidly evolving technology that we simply struggle to manage. And so we see in our students that they're experiencing more anxiety, more depression, more thoughts of suicide than we ever did at their stage of the game. And it's strongly correlated to heavy technology use. So rather than rehashing the problem with smartphone addiction, our goal going into this virtual parent night is to leave you for you to leave our virtual session with a better understanding of what you expect your smartphone to give you, why you look at it when you do, and what smartphone habits you want to model for your children and teens. Now, I am going to encourage this. If you have not purchased a smartphone for your fifth grader yet, and you're thinking about doing that for middle school, I want you to be the first parent group to make it cool not to do so, okay? Guys, I encourage you to delay that as long as possible. A smartphone is not needed here at school. I will be glad to call you when a child needs to call home, for any sports practice they may have. That coach has a phone, and so, and a remind group generally, and a way to communicate with you. And so it is simply not needed. It's not allowed here during the school day. Students cannot use them prior to 2:30, and next year it'll be a requirement for that phone to stay in the locker all day. And so, be willing to withhold that from your child as long as possible. So join us for that call. Guys, I've learned a lot about my own smartphone habits, so I'm not pointing the finger here. I'm in the boat with you. And so looking forward to sharing that data and those statistics with you. Another thing I want to do, I remember now that my son's a junior in college, it seems like just yesterday that he was making that transition from fifth grade to sixth grade. And I was a sixth grade teacher at that time and knew a lot about middle school. But I remember asking the principal at that time, I said, what would you recommend that could help just ease my fears of this transition? And so she recommended Paul David Tripp's book, Age of Opportunity. And so if you listen to what the world says about becoming a teen and how difficult those years are, they are challenging years for sure, but there's a whole lot of opportunity that can be found during those years. And so his work gives you a scriptural look at taking this dreaded stage that we often sadly make jokes about them becoming teens. And it helps you understand that 6-year journey that you have to walk alongside them for guided decision making. So don't fear that, but pray about the upcoming opportunities that you have to walk through some guided decision making with your preteen. And again, guys, I pray for you daily. I'm in love with your fifth graders. I come over often and visit them and tell them how I pray for them daily. And it's just such a sweet group, and I can't wait to have them as sixth graders here. And so I pray for you each day, and I look forward to meeting you in the middle each day next year. So in between the transition, let me know how I can help. I'm here to do that. Thanks much for your investment in your child's education at Hickory Grove. We look forward to a partnership with you in the middle. Have a great weekend.